All right. Back here on Earth, Rebecca Stevenson taking a look at the skies and telling us that we got some changes coming today after a couple of just gorgeous days in the 80s, right?
Yes, we've got a little bit cooler weather out there today, but we're not going to have any lack of sun. We're going to get all that sunshine plus today. And temperatures will still be warm. We're still going to make it into the low 80s at least in most spots. So looking outside, one of the big changes around Long Beach is the low cloud cover, the cool marine air, a much cooler cloudy day ahead for most of our beaches. As we go to Paul's Bow, it's clear and it's sunny, and you see a few little puffy cumulus clouds just lifting up right over the Olympics. Liberty Bay, still a beautiful stretch. Now, looking across Puget Sound, same story, blue skies, no clouds, but it is cooler. Now, temperatures right now, 71 degrees in Seattle. We were probably about closer to 80 really about this time yesterday. So 76 for Arlington feels pretty good. Definitely a cooler 66 degrees right now in Tacoma. The trend will be to keep temperatures closer to normal. For today, we'll have temperatures mainly in the low to mid 80s. Tomorrow, back to the mid 70s, and then even a little below normal Thursday and Friday. But we'll get back to those 80-degree temperatures. Today, mostly sunny. You'll expect winds to be out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Looking at the satellite and the radar together, you can see little disturbances moving through Canada. This is part of what's changed our wind direction and enhanced the onshore flow for us today. That's going to be even stronger as the marine push comes in tonight to make us all cloudy to start the day, both tomorrow and on Thursday and Friday. High temperatures getting into the mid to upper 70s for the north interior today. So Bellingham, Everett, sunny skies, 75 in Everett, 78 will be around Tacoma. So it's still very warm, even Belfair reaching up towards 84 degrees. You see the cooler coast, high temperatures mid 60s. Southwest Washington, you're still going to get close to 80 degrees and the real heat. East of the Cascades, triple digit heat across parts of the central Columbia Basin, upper 90s through the east slopes of the Cascades. So 7-day forecast showing we could have a little drizzle around, spotty drizzle in those low clouds early Wednesday and Thursday morning. Temperatures will gradually cool from mid 70s tomorrow to low 70s Thursday and still low 70s Friday. It's going to take a little bit of time to get that afternoon sun breaking out, and that'll definitely keep us cooler. But we get into the weekend and we'll clear back to mostly sunny skies, high temperatures mid to upper 70s near 80 degrees, back to the mid 80s by the time we hit Monday.